As many of you know, I love going to thrift stores, garage sales, and flea markets. You can find a lot of cool and really weird stuff there. Last time I was at a flea market, I was looking through the DVDs that this guy was selling, and one in particular really caught my eye. It was a collection of 10 horror films, primarily from the 50s and 60s. Now, what I was expecting to be on here were films like Creature from the Black Lagoon, or House on Haunted Hill, or Night of the Living Dead. You know, horror films you'd usually see on those collection packs. But no, the films contained on Killer Creature are those of another world. I mean, you got the giant Gila monster, or however you pronounce that, Attack of the Giant Leeches, Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory. I mean, I have never heard of any of these films. So I've decided to review each and every film off of this collection in a 10-part series as a part of my 31 Days of Horror series. Well, I guess let's go then. So, today we will be reviewing the very first movie off this collection, Blood Creature. So, Blood Creature, also known as Terror is a Man, is a horror/science fiction movie from 1959 that focuses on a mad scientist living on a secluded island and his experiments to turn a panther into a man. Now, this film is actually based on the H.G. Wells book, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Or Moreau, I don't know. Now, I haven't read the book, but I can already tell you, it's a million times better than this film. Oh god, where do I start with this one? First of all, the editing is horrendous. I'm not kidding. It's absolutely god-awful. For example, for half the movie, it's hard to tell what's even happening because the screen is too black. I don't mind black and white, but please try to make your film actually black and white and not just black. Also, there are several instances where the characters don't even finish their sentences because the film cuts too soon. Good job, Gervasio Santos. That's the name of the editor, by the way. One scene in particular I found very strange was near the beginning when the killer kills one of his first victims and then her necklace magically flies off her neck and onto the ground after she dies. That makes absolutely no sense. If someone was to get killed, their necklace wouldn't randomly fall off their neck. You guys are probably thinking, Benana, maybe her necklace was probably just really loose. Or, Benana, maybe the killer took her necklace off and threw it on the ground for a more dramatic effect. No, I think maybe bad writing is the answer. Speaking of the killer, he's a really mediocre-looking human-panther hybrid. You see, a crazy scientist guy is trying to make a panther into a man, which could have actually looked pretty cool. But instead, they decided to give us this. It looks just cheesy and lame. But on the positive side, this film does raise a number of questions, such as, why did I watch this? What am I doing with my life? And my personal favorite, how can I ever erase this out of my brain? So, there you have it. I reviewed possibly the worst B-movie I have ever seen. Sure, Creature from the Haunted Sea was bad, but at least it made me laugh because of how bad it was. But on the other hand, Blood Creature fails at even doing that. The editing is choppy. Very choppy. Choppy to the point where you can't chop anymore. The acting is stale, and the creature the film builds up to straight up sucks. Bottom line, don't watch this. You will regret it. So, guys and gals, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. This is the first video out of 10 in my, what is it called? Killer Creature, horror pack. Now, this is the first film off the horror pack. I just reviewed it. And the next movie I'm going to be reviewing is Werewolf in a Girl's Dormitory. Yeah. So, look forward to that. So, guys and gals, good night. Have an awesome evening, an awesome morning if it's morning for you, awesome afternoon if it's afternoon for you, or awesome night, awesome day. Ciao!